is NBC Palm Springs.
Good morning, Coachella Valley, and thank you for joining us for NBC Palm Springs Midday. I'm Joe Smith. I'm glad you're here. Jerry Stephan has got the H word in the forecast. I know hot is one of the words, but the other, humidity.
Yeah, that's going to go up a little bit by the end of the week, along with the temperatures. Mostly sunny skies right now. Beautiful shot in our Agua Caliente casino cam. But yeah, the temperatures are going to go up. We're going to see excessive heat move into the area. That will be an issue Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And one of those days, we're going to get awfully close to 120 degrees. Today, much like the last couple of days, temperatures close to 110. 111, the high for Palm Springs, and a lot of sunshine to go with the number. But changes on the way, even a few sprinkles in our near future. Full forecast in 7-day this half hour.
Thank you, Jerry. Now to our top story. Palm Springs police are warning about rising gang violence in the Coachella Valley. Since October, police have received 85 calls related to shots fired in the North Palm Springs area. The police department is also investigating 3 homicides and 9 attempted homicides. They are now working with Cathedral City and Indio police departments, the sheriff's department, and DEA. 5 suspects in connection to recent shootings were arrested over the weekend. Palm Springs Police Chief Reyes sat down with our Kitty Alvarado, who has this report.
I've been in this business for close to 30 years. I really can't recall another time in any recent history where we've had this level of violence.
Palm Springs Police Chief Brian Reyes says since October, 2 rival gangs in North Palm Springs have unleashed indiscriminate violence on the communities of Santiago Sunrise Village and Desert Highland Gateway Estates.
Close to 90 overall shootings calls for service. 24 of those are confirmed crime scenes, 3 murders, 1 attempted murder where someone got shot in the head that's still alive, and 9 other attempted murder cases.
5 people were arrested over the weekend in connection with the shootings.
1 was a juvenile that had a loaded firearm.
But he says this is far from over. These neighborhoods have become so dangerous that people making a wrong turn have become victims. Homes are being shot at random and no specific person is targeted.
And that's the scary part. Shootings are occurring in both areas of our city just for merely being there.
But he emphasizes everyone should be concerned because there will be a shooting wherever these rival gang members cross paths.
It's gotten to the point where it's so violent, just the mere presence of each other is causing shootings. So that means it could happen anywhere.
These communities are living in fear. We tried speaking with several people who didn't want to discuss the issue because they're scared.
There are a lot of scared people. They don't want to talk to you, and they don't want to talk to the police because ultimately they have to go back and live every day in those communities, and they're concerned for their safety. So that just reinforces how much this violence is impacting overall communities.
Chief Reyes says we must all do everything we can to stop this violence for the sake of the children.
The impact on the kids, the fear in the kids, that they just want to live every day and just play in a park. And they can't do that right now.
Kitty Alvarado, NBC Palm Springs.
And Chief Reyes says many young teens are among those involved. He says a team effort with parents, departments like his, and other community programs can make a difference. A man accused of firing a shotgun several times in a Cathedral City neighborhood is under arrest this morning. Police say 44-year-old Manuel Davila refused to come out of his home for more than an hour before surrendering. Police say they found a shotgun and ammunition after searching his home. Davila was arrested on suspicion of negligent discharge of a firearm. No one was hurt. And now to the Apple fire. All evacuation warnings are lifted for both Riverside and San Bernardino counties. It is now 55% contained after burning more than 33,234 acres. It has only grown about 500 acres in the last few days. And today, firefighters are planning to continue clearing containment lines in the remaining rugged terrain. Winds will pick up tomorrow, which will potentially be a challenge to progress made so far. And during a wildfire, a fire crew's priority is to save lives and property. But during the Apple fire, a national treasure created an unusual challenge. Our Daytona Everett has that story.
It was the fight to save a life.
They were going up to save the largest oak tree in North America.
The life of the champion oak tree.
I just woke up and knew right away what we had to do.
Of course, Oak Glen Preserve expert Tim Krantz needed a team to help. That team was 30 inmates.
It was a special crew. It's a convict crew.
And they had no idea what they were getting into.
It's 3,000 feet of vertical. It's a 45-degree angle. Full sun. These fire crew guys are lugging chainsaws and fuel and picks and shovels, dressed in full fire gear. The guys get to the base of the tree and look up. It's 43 feet in circumference, about 100 feet high and 100 feet wide.
With the fire quickly approaching,
and here's the helicopters doing drops just 100 meters upslope from us.
it was time to get to work.
Really exciting with the helicopters right above us and the guys working hard. And after it took them about 2 hours of work for 30 guys to clear that brush and save the tree. Really made us all very proud, I think.
Daytona Everett, NBC Palm Springs.
Pretty remarkable. This tree could be between 800 and 1,000 years old, and thanks to that special crew, it lives on. Now here's a closer look from the U.S. Forest Service at the retardant dipping stations that are used by helicopters. Now the helicopters fly up to the stations and replenish their supply of retardant before heading back to the flames. The air efforts are helping to prevent the spread of the apple fire. And taking a live look outside from our Agua Caliente Casino Cam in Palm Springs, time to check in with Jerry. And so, Jerry, when's that humidity heating up?
Yeah, it's going to slowly tick up during the end of the week with the temperatures. 92 degrees right now, 39% relative humidity, a little higher than it was yesterday at this time, but it should be down in the teens by the middle of the afternoon as those temps move up. 73 degrees at Big Bear, doing a temp check in and around the valley. That includes a warm 95 already at Desert Hot Springs, 95 at Thousand Palms, 99 at 29 Palms. 92 for Coachella, and let's see, we have Cathedral City 92, 97 at Rancho Mirage at this hour. Clear skies on our satellite imagery. Yeah, it's really clear outside. We'll see that change over the next few days. Not much showing up on radar. Matter of fact, all clean there. But we will see clouds beginning to move in. First around the mountains tomorrow, and then a little thicker as we move into the latter part of the week. But 100 to 113, basically the range of temps we've seen over the past couple of days, and nothing unusual about those numbers, but lots of sunshine to go with those temps. Now, dew points will be in the 30s, mid-30s for most of us this afternoon, but higher numbers expected by the end of the week. And temperatures should peak at around 110 this afternoon. A little hotter tomorrow and into Thursday, but after that in our Comfort Air 3-day forecast, extending it to 7 days, you'll see those numbers go way up. Matter of fact, stopping shy of 120 degrees very soon. I'll let you know when that'll happen. Full forecast and 7-day in just minutes.
Thank you, Jerry.
Coronavirus coverage brought to you by East Valley COVID-19 testing site, serving residents of eastern Coachella Valley.
Global coronavirus cases surpass 20 million, and the U.S. still has the most in the world, with over 5 million reported. 5 states combined now make up more than 40% of the infections. It took 99 days for the U.S. to reach the first 1 million COVID-19 cases. But as the U.S. went from 4 million to 5 million cases, it took just 17 days. Now here's a look at the COVID numbers for Riverside County and the Coachella Valley. These numbers are since Friday. 1,531 new cases were reported in the county, 431 of those from the valley. 21 new deaths reported in the county. The Coachella Valley saw 7. State officials say California has completely cleared a backlog of 300,000 coronavirus test results. They blame a technology glitch for that. Those older test results will now be filtered to counties for processing over the next few days. We received a statement from the county saying the issue will be resolved sometime this week. However, they don't know what the impact will be on the numbers and whether it has changed the trend for the county. California's public health director, Sonia Angel, abruptly resigned Sunday. She had the position for less than a year. Her resignation comes after it was made public the state was having technical issues with reporting. When asked about the situation, Governor Newsom says he felt it was appropriate to accept her resignation under the circumstances. Russian President Putin says his country has registered a safe and effective coronavirus vaccine, but no data has been published by researchers for peer review, and the long-term effects of this possible vaccine remain unclear. NBC's Richard Engel reports from London.
In the global race for a coronavirus vaccine, Russia said today it's already won, even though it hasn't completed phase 3 trials. That's not slowing Russia down, which today registered and approved for use its vaccine while continuing to conduct human trials. Russia already has a rollout plan. It's ambitious and fast. To start giving the vaccine to medical personnel this month, mass production in September, mass distribution in October. Before today's announcement, I spoke with Kirill Dmitriev, head of the Russian government fund backing the vaccine.
We'll have 30 million doses, so we'll be working based on this number.
So you want to vaccinate 30 million people this year in Russia?
We'll produce up to 30 million doses of vaccine, and then, it will be up to people who wants to be vaccinated. But in principle, yes, we can vaccinate tens of millions of people in Russia this year.
Scientists, including from the WHO, are urging caution, saying only extensive and prolonged testing can determine if a vaccine is effective and safe. U.S. officials have accused Russia of hacking vaccine research, claims Russia vigorously deny.
I think those accusations are by some of the people who are afraid of Russia having sort of a Sputnik moment with the vaccine, of being the first out there when there is nobody else out there.
The vaccine is officially called Sputnik V for vaccine. Russia hasn't published much data. Russian officials say they will, and that there is already strong international interest in acquiring it. But scientists around the world, including Dr. Fauci, say they hope that Russia and China, which is also working on a vaccine, are following all the protocols and all the safety checks that are so important in producing a vaccine. Richard Engel, NBC News, London.
The Senate is back in session today, trying again to hash out a COVID relief bill after failing to come to an agreement on a relief package last week, and both parties are blaming each other.
Families are suffering. Americans are dying. This is not a Washington game. It's a national crisis. It would serve the nation better if the Democratic leaders would act like it's a crisis.
Americans can't pay the rent and will be thrown out of their homes. Millions are out of work, and many more worry that they will be out of work in the month or two to come. This is a huge crisis.
President Trump signed an executive order to send Americans $400 a week unemployment checks, partially paid by states. Palm Springs Unified School District is now in its first full week of online learning. The district gave out more than 4,200 Wi-Fi hotspots to students, and an I-team has been helping families with technology issues. The director of technology also says he's compiling data to give teachers more insight about their students.
So I can see the time the student logs in, the time they access their content, how much time they spend accessing their content, either one way or two way. And so we're going to start generating data on that to see which pockets of students are doing really, really well and which ones need more support.
Coachella Valley Unified begins classes online this Friday. Desert Sands starts on the 19th. Schools locally are heading back to school online, but for many across the country, children are returning to the classroom. This comes as coronavirus cases in children increase 90% over the past 4 weeks. That's according to the American Academy of Pediatrics and the Children's Hospital Association. And some say cases in children could explode in September as schools are back up and running.
We think we're going to see an explosion of cases in September that will far surpass what we saw after Memorial Day. and that this is just going to continue to increase and getting higher and higher in terms of numbers.
Medical experts say having kids in crowded hallways and classrooms poses a significant threat. Up next, it's a video that's gone viral. 3 black teens detained in Santa Clarita at gunpoint. We'll have the details. And welcome back. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office is investigating an incident after 3 black teens were detained at gunpoint. The mother of one of the teens posted a video of what happened. Rachel Kim has the details.
Hey, get away from me. It's the other guy. It's the other guy. It's the other guy. Put your guns down. They're kids.
A local mother posted this video on Instagram to show what she calls a traumatic experience for her son and his 2 friends. She says the 3 black teens were sitting at a bus stop along Soledad Canyon Road in Canyon Country when they were approached by a man who first asked them if they had any drugs, then tried to take their belongings. The mother says the man became agitated, took off his shirt, pulled out a knife and whip, then tried to stab the boys. That's when she says her son's friends held out their skateboards to protect themselves. According to the Post, by this time, several bystanders, including the manager of a nearby restaurant, called authorities for help. When deputies showed up, this is what happened.
They didn't even do nothing. Back up. You need to let them go.
Bystanders say they were outraged because the boys were being held at gunpoint when they were the victims.
They don't care because they black. They don't care because they black. This is some.
The manager of Buffalo Wild Wings tried to describe to the deputies what she said when she called 911.
There's a crazy Mexican man chasing 3 African Americans with skateboards. Okay? I told your sergeant who was the problem and what was going on. And for you guys to act this way, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Here's what one of the deputies at the scene told the bystanders.
This seems like a different call. We're on another call for service where someone was hit with a skateboard.
The boys were detained and later released. LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva released this video statement on Twitter.
And I have concerns regarding the tactics employed. A call for service was received regarding a felony assault, and the deputies detained those allegedly to be involved. The matter is currently being investigated.
Reporting Santa Clarita's mayor has asked for the investigation to be expedited and that the deputy involved be removed from the field pending the results. An apparent shooting outside the White House Monday afternoon prompted Secret Service to usher President Trump from the briefing room. A Secret Service officer shot when a 51-year-old man approached the officer and said he had a weapon. According to the Secret Service, the man ran aggressively toward the officer and withdrew an object from his clothing. The officer shot him when he crouched in a shooter stance. Several Chicago streets were closed last night following the unrest and looting that took place in the morning. Several expressway ramps were blocked and many of the bridges, like this one, were raised. City officials say downtown would be restricted from 8 p.m. until 6 a.m. local time. More than 100 people were arrested and 13 officers were injured in Monday's chaos in downtown Chicago. A search for survivors is underway after a deadly Baltimore gas explosion leveled several homes yesterday. The explosion killed a woman and injured 7 others. Firefighters say 3 others rescued from the scene were critically hurt. The cause of the explosion is unknown. The Baltimore Gas and Electric Company says no gas readings were found in any of the buildings and there were no leaks on the gas main. More than 1 million people in the Midwest are without power after several strong storms and possible tornadoes swept through the area. The heavy rain and fierce winds toppled buildings, flipped cars, uprooted giant trees, and torn down power lines in at least 4 states. Gabe Gutierrez reports from Chicago.
Oh no! It's been a rough day today.
This morning, residents in the Midwest are cleaning up after a devastating storm system pummeled multiple states Monday, leaving more than 1 million people without power.
Come home to this, to a neighborhood that's devastated by what looks like a microburst.
Winds so strong, some saying they saw a possible tornado. This video showing what may have been a twister shredding a roof in Chicago.
It was crazy. It was madness. It was really dark. I was really scared.
Strong winds moved in quickly through the Rogers Park neighborhood, tearing down trees and destroying vehicles. One resident discovering his car had been crushed. Yet in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic, he's still grateful.
I'm just glad I'm okay. I think because 2020, I think it has prepared us for stuff like this. There's nothing I can do.
The powerful storm system covering hundreds of miles, blowing high winds exceeding 100 miles per hour through Iowa, east of Des Moines, and parts of Indiana and Nebraska. Back in Chicago, residents are rattled but resilient.
I just really pray and hope for the best for every family that's out here living in these conditions right now.
Here in Chicago's north side, the National Weather Service just confirmed that this damage was due to a tornado. Hundreds of thousands of people in Illinois are still without power. Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News, Chicago.
Pretty powerful. Coming up, while they may be closed, the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Coachella Valley are still there for its members with new ways to connect to the community. And take a look outside right now. This is our Agua Caliente Casino Cam in Palm Springs. Jerry's got your AccuWeather forecast. That's coming up.
Good Tuesday morning. Clear skies in our Agua Caliente Casino Cam. Pretty view here. This will change over the next few afternoons as clouds begin to build over Southern California in the Coachella Valley. You'll see that in our future. Now, as far as right now. Temperatures in the middle 90s around the Coachella Valley. 99 at 29 Palms, 96 under Sunshine at Cabazon, 92 at Banning, 73 at Big Bear. Yeah, clear skies over the Coachella Valley and much of the southwest. As far as rain, radar, nothing really to pick up. A few smattering of showers in northwestern Arizona. That's about it. No rain for us in Southern California, but that may change too. High pressure in the vicinity, close enough to keep those temperatures above average, much like they have been over the past few days. 110 to 113 today for the Coachella Valley. Plenty of sunshine to go with those numbers with the light onshore flow that'll kick in late today. Nothing really strong, just picking up in the San Gorgonio Pass High Desert. A little breezy for the Coachella Valley late afternoon and evening today. A little stronger tomorrow, by the way. And 110 for Palm Springs, 111,000 Palms, a pair of 112s for highs today under sunshine for Palm Desert and Indio, above 100 degrees in the high desert. And around 100 degrees at Cabazon under sunshine today, and pretty much similar numbers tomorrow, maybe adding a degree or two tomorrow afternoon with a little extra cloud cover around the mountains. Now, high pressure will begin to peak on Friday into Saturday and Sunday, elevating those temperatures well above average. 115 to 118 Friday afternoon for the Coachella Valley. Also, moisture will be pulled up in the mid and upper levels on the eastern perimeter of this high pressure center. So a smattering of showers is possible for Southern California, maybe even a sprinkle for Friday afternoon in the Coachella Valley, most of it in the mountains. Now, 116 Friday afternoon for Palm Springs, Palm Desert, 118. That's up there at Indio. And keep in mind that the humidity levels will go up a little bit too as we move into the latter part of the week. Now, this red shaded area, this is excessive heat watch areas. It includes parts of Arizona, eastern Riverside County, does not include the Coachella Valley, but it probably will be added very soon for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as those temperatures stop shy of 120 degrees. Now today, nothing but sunshine. We'll begin to see some mountain clouds tomorrow, and those clouds will thicken late Wednesday, and then we'll see partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy conditions as we move into the rest of the week. As far as surface moisture, relatively dry today, 10% relative humidity, 30-degree dew points, and those numbers move up a little bit close to 50 degrees on Thursday and Friday into the weekend. Now, as far as our tropics, we do have a Cat 2 storm. It was elevated to that a couple hours ago. 100-mile-an-hour winds with a Lida, Cat 2 storm, which will begin weakening as it moves into cooler waters. A couple other systems. This may develop into something. We're going to watch this off the coast of Mexico. A couple other storms will develop in the same area. We'll watch that through the rest of the month of August. 110 today in our Comfort Air 7-day forecast. 112 tomorrow and Thursday. Then excessive heat moves in Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
While the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Coachella Valley may be closed because of COVID-19, that doesn't mean that their commitment to the community shut down. Tony Williams, the Director of Operations, has some feel-good stories and examples of how friends of the Boys and Girls Clubs are here to help. It's good to see you, Tony. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Joe. It's a pleasure. Yeah, we definitely, like the rest of society, been kind of shut down and have to adjust. And just doing the best we can. We haven't lost the sensibility of who we are, just have to do it in a different way, like everybody else.
So, Tony, how have you turned kind of a negative into a positive in being able to do things at the club?
Right now, we're in Mecca and we're doing a giveaway as we speak. We're giving away 100 care packages with food and some other essential items. And the line, we were supposed to start at 8:30, but people had lined up before 7:30, so we started a little bit early. So, that's one of the things we're just trying to do as well.
I know that some also helped out in Indio at the Senior Center for the big giveaway there.
We're a youth development organization. That means that we grab a hold of that child from the time they're 7 and launch them out at the time of 18 to their futures. And in between there, we're dealing with their morals, their character development, helping them become industrious, helping them become resourceful in all kinds of ways. And then while we're doing that with the child and with the children, we're also helping the parents. We're helping the community. We're helping them the children by understanding their civic duties and civic opportunities.
So someone told me you're actually a product of the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, so judge me or judge the club by me. Yeah, I've been affiliated with the club since I was 7 years old. And I proudly say I'm going on my 47th year of affiliation with the Boys and Girls Club. I'm a product. So the people, the board members, the donors, the people that gave, they didn't give indirectly. They gave directly into my life to help me become, I think, a pretty decent individual.
Because the clubs are physically shut down, that doesn't mean activities have gone away.
Absolutely. Well, we have virtual clubhouses that we built that give the kids some of our staple programs as well as some fun programs. So we're still reaching out. We're still in contact. We still have our Keystone group, which are leadership teenage groups. And matter of fact, when we're rebuilding and thinking about reopening, we're going to have the mindset that we're going to help the kids throughout the day with their schoolwork. So if they're supposed to be on the internet online doing schoolwork, we'll actually have the ability to help them do that. You could go to our website, www.bgcofcv.org, and see the different stuff that's offered. It's fun things, educational things. They're doing scavenger hunts, they're doing dancing, they're doing exercising, then they're doing math. And then they're doing some more staple things. They're doing some reading, some storytelling, and homework time as well.
Well, it's clear that the clubs are important and they're a success. And I think in large part that goes to you.
Well, hey, me? Well, I think there's a whole lot more to it than me, but I appreciate that.
Tony, it's been a pleasure having you with us. Continued success.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you for what you do.
And keep it right here. We'll be right back.
your health today, feeding your body certain foods may help keep your immune system strong. Well, this week we're talking about the best foods to prevent colds, flu, and other infections. The first immune system booster we told you about was citrus fruits, and today we're talking garlic. Garlic is found in almost every cuisine in the world. It adds a little zing to food, and it's a must-have for your health. It has many infection-fighting properties. Garlic may also slow down the hardening of arteries, and there's evidence that it helps lower blood pressure. Garlic's immune-boosting properties come from a heavy concentration of sulfur-containing compounds such as allicin. Many ways to get your garlic. You could have it raw. That might have a little bit of a bite. Garlic hummus, there's an example of that. Or you can do it in a pill form, which claims to contain the odor. Just be warned, though, when taking this, garlic can cause a burning sensation in the mouth, stomach, heartburn, and gas as well. And of course, you can't forget the bad breath. That's what's happening in your health today.
Thank you, Thalia. Google's Android phones are starting to detect and warn about earthquakes around the world. It will have an alerting feature. First rolling out here in California, the devices rely on the same sensors used to determine whether a user is holding a phone in landscape or portrait mode. Google studied those readings and found they could give some users up to a minute of notice before the quake hit. The FDA is reporting nearing a decision to issue emergency authorization to use convalescent plasma for treating coronavirus patients. Now, the move by the FDA would allow for easier and more widespread use, but already supplies are running low. Sarah Dolph has the story.
COVID-19 hit the Miles family hard, infecting 4 members, sending Dad Franklin to the hospital.
It got to a point where I couldn't maintain my oxygen level on my own.
Once recovered, he rolled up his sleeve to donate convalescent plasma.
I believe that this is one of the most noble things as just being human that we can do for other people.
Plasma, the liquid portion of blood, is rich in proteins and antibodies and has been used to treat other outbreaks, including SARS, MERS, and Ebola. While more research is needed to prove its effectiveness against coronavirus, anecdotal evidence suggests it works.
And it's believed that that plasma might contain parts of the survivor's immune system that can be used to help somebody who's currently sick with COVID-19 to recover more quickly.
As coronavirus cases in numerous states have spiked, the Red Cross has seen hospital demand for convalescent plasma more than double, reducing supply by more than 70%.
We are depleting our COVID-19 plasma inventory faster than we can replace it.
Now the organization is issuing an urgent plea for donors like Franklin Miles. While he didn't receive plasma as part of his treatment, he wants to do all he can to potentially help other patients.
I'm all getting ready to schedule my 4th donation.
A possibly life-saving gift currently in short supply. Sarah Dolph, NBC News.
And as we head to break, a live look outside. This is from our Walter Clark Highway 111 cam. Jerry's got your full forecast. That's next.
everybody. I'm Patrice Mock with Animal Samaritans, and today we're going to introduce you to 2 cats. The first one here is Becky. She is a female tortoiseshell. She was an owner surrender and does well with people. She loves people, but unfortunately doesn't do well with other cats. So she'll need to be the only cat in the household. She is just gorgeous. I mean, look at these markings on her legs. And she's very sweet and playful. We invite you to come down to our shelter on Ramon Road in Thousand Palms and view all of the cats and some little kittens that we have. This is Lorelei. She came to us from Coachella Valley Animal Campus. We have a partnership with them where our Adoption Alliance supervisor helps rescue animals that are harder to place. So we end up with some of their animals here at our shelter. Lorelei is a female. Yeah, she's ready for her forever home. She's been fixed and has all her shots. Hi, sweetheart. She's very loving. Lorelei is just 1 year old. She's a domestic long hair. She's just a beautiful cat. So we don't really know how Lorelei does with other cats. Our volunteers are still working with her, but she's in a room here with a couple little kittens right across from her. She doesn't seem to mind at all, and she sure enjoys this interaction with people. Does have this small wound on her face, but that's been treated and it's going to heal up just fine. So if you're interested in meeting Lorelei or Becky, who we met earlier, come on down to our shelter and make an appointment to have a meet and greet with one of these beautiful cats or any of the other kittens that we have here. We're here from 10 to 4:30, Monday through Saturday, and we're closed from 12 to 1 o'clock for lunch. Our veterinary clinics in Indio and Thousand Palms are both open for all of our regular veterinary services by appointment only. So we ask that you would call us at 909-343-3477 to make an appointment for veterinary services. But our shelter is open with social distancing guidelines in place, and you're welcome to come on down and see who we have that might like to go home with you and find their new forever home.
I'm back with another look at weather. Agua Caliente Casino Can reflecting the clear skies over the valley. Plenty of sunshine and temps that are in the 90s, moving their way to 100 degrees later this hour. In fact, lots of middle to upper 90s in the valley, including 96 at the airport. 97 Thousand Palms, Coachella, 101 at 29 Palms, 98 degrees at Cabazon, again under lots of sunshine. Clear skies under satellite imagery. Not much going on over the southwest radar. Got to look really closely. Smattering of showers in northeast Arizona. Or northwest Arizona. That's about it. Nothing happening as far as rain in Southern California. High pressure, although parked to our east, is close enough to keep those temperatures slightly above average. Not much change in the temps since this last weekend. Again, at or slightly above 110 degrees under sunshine this afternoon for the Coachella Valley, including 110 for a high at Palm Springs, 112 at Indio, 105 at 29 Palms, 101 at Cabazon, and pretty close to what we're going to see today for tomorrow's forecast, 112s and 113s for the Coachella Valley. But by Friday, that ridge of high pressure will be a little bit closer and a little bit stronger. It'll elevate those temperatures well above average and pushing those numbers into excessive heat territory. 115 to 118 Friday afternoon, and a little moisture will be pulled up in the mid and upper levels too. That could bring some showers to Southern California. Not so much for the Coachella Valley, mostly for the mountains. A sprinkle, yeah, possibly in the valley on Friday, but temps are going to be up there. 116s, 117s, and 118s for the Coachella Valley on Friday afternoon. Already we have excessive heat watches for parts of Arizona, eastern Riverside County, Imperial County. That will, I'm sure, be extended into the Coachella Valley and high desert as we move a little closer to the weekend. Clouds will begin to build too. Beginning tomorrow, some mountain clouds, and that'll thicken late in the day, and we'll see at least partly cloudy skies through this coming weekend. And a few of those days, a few sprinkles are possible, especially in the higher elevations. Add to that humidity. That dew point number will be moving up. 30s today, and eventually getting to the weekend, we'll see a lot of 50-degree numbers. Tropics real quickly. Category 2 hurricane, Alida, moving its way to the northwest right now. It'll begin moving over cooler sea surface temperatures, so that system will begin weakening. Tropical wave right here, that will develop most likely as it parallels the coastline, and a few other systems will develop in that same area through the rest of the month. Okay, just want to give you a heads up tonight. The meteor shower, the Perseids will be at their peak tonight through tomorrow morning. And again, the clear skies will give you ample viewing to see those meteors. They'll be quite frequent too. Our Comfort Air 70 forecast, 110 today, pair of 112s for Palm Springs Wednesday, Thursday. Then excessive heat moves into the valley Friday, Saturday, possibly even Monday, with temps that'll be close to 120 in some areas.
Let's play safe. That's the new message from our friends at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. You know, they've been a fabulous destination for good times for all of us for years. And now they want everyone to know that during the shutdown due to the pandemic, they've remained committed to the safety of their guests by completing a huge renovation. They're bigger and better than ever now. And with all CDC guidelines strictly observed, they're ready. Are you? Let's play safe.
Hi, I'm Simon Farmer. I'm the Executive Director of Marketing here at Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. We reopened on May 22nd. If you haven't been with us since that time, a lot has changed. A lot of excitement going on here at Morongo. Obviously, when we reopened, we wanted to make sure that we're reopening Morongo in a way that we knew was going to be safe for our guests. So we have a lot of new measures. When you come to Morongo, the mitigation's a little bit different. When you first walk through the door, we're doing temperature checks for everybody. You'll also see everyone is wearing masks. Masks are required when you come in. It's an 18-plus casino. We want to make sure, again, we can create a comfortable environment for people to come in. That includes social distancing. So when you come in through the doors, you're going to see safety mitigation. You're going to see stickers on the floor, markers on the floor. You'll see team members coming by and making sure that everyone is still maintaining a good, comfortable distance. In addition to those team members, you're going to see a diligent clean team hitting the floor, rigorous cleaning schedule. Restaurants, we have the same kind of protocols in place as well. We still have great dining available if you're looking for that experience. You can come to Morongo. We have tables spaced out. Again, rigorous cleaning schedule. Our safety and sanitation behind the scenes has always been top notch, but again, taking it to another level just to make sure that everyone's health and safety remain that highest priority. Back in 2019, we started this huge project to reface Morongo, to bring guests a whole new Morongo experience. While we were closed, that work did not stop. When we reopened back in May, it was a celebration of new beginnings. We were able to have our guests come back and not only re-experience Morongo again, but see an all-new Morongo. We just had a 65,000 square foot expansion, thousands of the newest, loosest slot machines, that our guests can come and enjoy. We added some more table games in there. Beautifully redone, beautiful new lighting, beautiful new carpet, beautiful new decor elements, a great promotion stage, some all new amenities back in our expansion as well, including some new places to eat and drink. Our new sideline bar and grill, fantastic. 30-foot video wall where you can catch a game. Perfect spot to kick back and relax, enjoy a drink. Great food, fried chicken sandwiches, grilled cheese, hot dogs, burgers. It's the experience that you get at your favorite sports stadium. So we're bringing it to Morongo. No better place to sit than the sideline, right? Now you can also head to Splash Bar. Splash Bar's beautiful new bar, wonderful light feature. It's going to greet you as you're coming in through our doors. Great cocktails. We have some specialty drinks. You got to be sure to ask about those when you come and check it out.
With their new impressive expansion and all the appropriate safety measures now in place, the Morongo Casino Resort and Spa is definitely ready to play safe. For Desert Living Now, I'm Sandy Newton. More and more we're being told that it's important to have our temperatures taken. I know I've had my temperature taken going into a restaurant, but it can be a little cumbersome. So our next guest is going to tell us about a genius discovery that he's come up with that'll take some of that cumbersome element away from having your temperature taken. Welcome, Puya.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So tell me, I see it right behind you there. What is Rapid Screen? This is not a handheld thermometer. Tell us what it is.
Yeah, in its simplest form, it's a temperature automated kiosk, and it's really intended just to take individuals' temperatures quickly and efficiently and determine if they have a potential chance for a fever. As we all know, COVID-19 that's one of the symptoms. And it's a faster and easier method than the handheld method. And hopefully it's going to try and get businesses back into the workforce and reduce that curve. I'll actually show it to you guys if you want to see a little quick demo.
Sure, I'd love to.
Cool.
Please step closer. Too close. Temperature normal.
And right there.
Wow, that is fantastic. So it's immediate. It is able to be in a kind of a kiosk setting, as you said. So have you found that businesses are really accepting this and really getting great results?
Absolutely. We've got a huge demand really in the business office spaces, manufacturing, production, and actually, in your neck of the woods, Rialto PD and City of Rancho Cucamonga purchased a few.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's great to know. And how accurate is it, though? Is it, because I know, as you said, the handheld is cumbersome, but this is so quick. How accurate is it?
Yeah, it's actually very accurate. We've measured it to be 0.54 Fahrenheit threshold, which is really double the accuracy as most products that are out there. So it is kind of offering the same or better accuracy as most systems out there.
I love it. And as a kiosk, it can, of course, be, different heights to, either on a table or standing freestyle. But I understand you were inspired to create this by a personal experience you had with COVID-19. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so back in January, I actually came down with COVID. It was a really terrible experience, and luckily I recovered. But after the recovery, I wanted to get my business back into shape, bring my employees back, as well as find a way where I can potentially help other businesses succeed like us. And that's where the idea of Rapid Screen came to fruition.
It's so genius. So I'm assuming it's affordable for businesses. It certainly takes out the middleman where you have to have a human hold a hand thermometer. It can be freestanding, right?
Absolutely. I mean, when you factor in all the costs of having someone there 8 hours a day, or if not more, they obviously have to take breaks. So that cost can really kind of exponentially grow on a month-to-month basis. This is a one-time cost, and it keeps things safe and effective, whereas you don't have to worry about the social distancing issues.
And exactly, and it's contact free, as we're being told we must stay our distance. So as long as you're close enough, and it lets you know, I heard that little beep there, so it lets you know if you're the right amount of space behind it or in front of it in order to get your temperature taken. It's a genius idea. Yeah. And have you started, I know you said you have some locally, but it must be gaining a lot of popularity across the country.
Definitely. Across the country, we've sold it to many Fortune 500 companies, government establishments. I mean, you name it, any business that's really trying to bring their workforce back into their office spaces, their manufacturing, their warehouses. This is the most ideal scenario, and it's extremely effective.
Well, I love it. What a genius idea. I'm so glad you're healthy now, but out of that unfortunate illness came this brainchild. It's your silver lining. So glad to see it. Thank you, Puya, for joining us. And Rapid Screen definitely will be a real game changer.
Absolutely. We hope so. Thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you.